Hey dumplings, it's Dave Desai. Welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk about V maybe in a little bit of trouble and some new information on BTS and their Instagram accounts. I also wanted to talk about RM as well as the rest of BTS, but specifically RM in Texas and possibly going on a first date. So grab your dumplings, he's spilling mug merch, and let's jump into the tea. But before we do have a sponsor to today's video, so let's roll that clip. I'm so excited to announce today's sponsor, the great Skillshare. This channel is obviously news, but I want it to be entertaining while you learn. And Skillshare and I both share that goal. On Skillshare, you have such a huge range of things you can learn. A new language, how to draw, make music, etc. You can decide how much of that thing you want to learn because not everyone's goal is to be a professional. Sometimes you just want a hobby, and you can decide when you reach your goal. And you're learning everything with step-by-step videos, so you can replay it. And these are things I wish I could have done in a classroom setting. There's tons of amazing creators on there that can teach you step-by-step. For example, drawing. And if it's going too fast, you can just rewind the video. There's never ads, and there's always new premium fun videos coming in to be able to learn from. So if you find you're not interested in learning how to draw, you can learn how to sing, a cover of BTS's new song. Singing is not as hard as you may think. For example, one by the GB Voice Academy called Singing Made Easy. You can see how many students are learning from him. He goes over warm-ups, how to breathe properly, and even how to say vowels to sing better. The first 1,000 of you dumplings who use the link down below will get 1 month free to explore your creativity. You can literally watch all the videos in whatever you want, and you don't have to pay for it. So go down there, get that, and thank them for sponsoring today's video. If you're new here and you're interested in this type of stuff, please make sure you hit the subscribe button and that notification bell to be notified and some new video drops. And if you're a hater, like to be first, leave your hate comment. Please make sure you hit the subscribe button and that notification bell also, and you'll be first to do so. Now let's jump into it. The first thing that I want to talk about today is V and his Instagram account. First off, BTS made an Instagram account. So now you know. Now give them a follow. I don't want to hear any of this you didn't know. If you still don't know after this, it's on you. That's quite silly of you. But there's been some drama online, particularly with his account. I talked a little bit about it in my previous video right before this one, but there seems to be a bit more. A lot of armies with BTS starting their new Instagram accounts were kind of hoping that the members would have a bit more freedom. Aside from posting on Weverse, which they're able to post individually and it'll show you who is posting, and there's way less drama there because the site is in Korean, and if there's any possible issues, Weverse can just have their label fix it because BTS owns that social media site. And there were questions as to why BTS can't just use that site and why they had to go to Instagram. And there's many reasons. Like obviously they want to be personal and interact with armies on many accounts, but it's also difficult to grow unless you're on all the platforms. And Instagram is also made for photos, and our boys love to take photos, so it's a good site for them to have individual accounts. But the issue lies in the fact that when they had just one account, which was their official BTS account, it was likely managed, curated, and controlled by their label staff. So I assumed that maybe they submitted the photos and the captions they wanted to post, and the social media team looked it over and posted it. Or the social media team heavily reviewed the accounts, so they quickly delete things that are not brand friendly. I don't know, that is my guess. Taeyang posted some artsy photos, and just like very aesthetic bunch of photos. So no selfies, just a picture of an art piece, and a picture of Taeyang, 2 of those, and a picture of Yeontan, his dog. So it seemed to be following some sort of theme here. He also posted very briefly, allegedly, a photo of him dressed up as Squid Game. Netflix and even the actress for 067, Hoyoung, liked it apparently. But it was very quickly taken down, and then it was reposted on his Instagram story, which disappears in 24 hours. And he captioned the story with, "What is the vibe of Instagram?" So this is interesting because why did he take down the photo, and why did he feel like this wasn't going to be the vibe of his account? And also, are we going to only receive these types of photos via Instagram story now, and his feed is just going to be Polaroids and stuff that fit the vibe? We don't know yet. But Taeyang was asked about this on Weverse, and this is where it got interesting because an army asked if Taeyang got a talking to about Instagram vibes. And this is translated from Korean to English, so I don't know if there's a language barrier issue with the translation, but if it is correct, the talking would refer to the label telling Taeyang what he can and cannot post. And if that is true, what did the staff say? Because if it was just, see, this doesn't match Instagram's vibe, delete it, then why wouldn't the staff say what the vibe is on Instagram? Like explain it to him. Why would the staff just tell him to delete? Or maybe he posted the Squid Game homage on his story as a way of explaining why he deleted the post from his feed. But Taeyang did respond back to the comment that the army asked on Weverse and said, "That's right," possibly confirming that the staff didn't want Taeyang to post the Squid Game photo. The photo could also be copyrighted depending on who took the photo, and if it was BTS's photographer, then I'm sure it's fine. But if it was a fan that just happened to bring a really nice camera into the concert venue and take the picture, BTS would have copyright issues because I think the law is whoever presses the shutter on the camera to take the picture owns the picture, not whoever is in the picture. So possibly this could be another issue they were trying to avoid. Just the theory, I don't know 100%. But this was disappointing because fans wanted the boys to have full control over whatever they wanted to post and have no input from staff or anyone in their label. And personally, I don't think it was a situation where the staff screamed at them and forced Taeyang to take it down. I think it was a suggestion and Taeyang agreed. People keep forgetting that BTS owns some part of their music label. They're in the meetings making decisions on how they want to appear to the public and how they want to market themselves. They are all amazing at marketing and making sure their image is very good to the public. They can look at what they post, receive comments from their team and staff, and realize, you know what? They might be right, and then take down the photo. But I think while it's great to see whatever Taeyang wants to post be posted, he already does that on Weverse. It would be cool to see every member's artistic styles on their Instagram. So something that showcases how they are as an artist and what their style is. Like just being able to judge the type of music they like and listen to just from looking at their feed. And especially if they are all going to have mixtapes coming out, we can see whose musical taste we vibe with the most. I don't know about all of you, but BTS makes pop music, that's obvious. But I don't know if I want all the boys' mixtapes to just be pop. I think Taeyang has a really good R&B rock voice and would love to hear him do that. And Jimin's voice is very pop. Jin's voice is very interesting. I would love to hear him do rock and soul music as well. Jungkook's voice is very pop, so he can do that. And obviously we have J-Hope, Suga, and RM, who have very much just done hip-hop. RM has released his previous mixtape, Mono, which was so good, and it was very hip-hop and R&B. Interestingly enough, his style on Instagram is very modern, sleek, which kind of fits with the R&B. It's very sultry, if that makes sense. I am loving the fact that they opened these accounts right before they decided to go on break, and RM is updating us on the very interesting work that he is doing right now. There's so much that he could do, such as just traveling to Cancun and relaxing on the beach, but he chose to go to Texas and post about the Chinati Foundation. This is the first time I'm hearing about this foundation, and maybe you too, but it's such an amazing one that I looked into, obviously so I can explain a bit of it to you. He posted on his Instagram story as well on his feed some of the art exhibits that are happening in the area hosted by the foundation. They created permanent exhibits and an open house to view their cultural exhibits and architecture to, I believe, don't quote me on this, but to further increase the tourism in that area. And they also have an open house dinner for the weekend that they are hosting. So look them up if you're interested and you can find more details. I believe it's going on now, so act fast. I don't know if RM will personally be there, just FYI. But it's such good work for him to contribute and especially post about because it's really beautiful and RM is very much into art and culture. And it's so amazing that during his time off, he is choosing to do this type of stuff and raising awareness to these small places that might be in people's backyards, but they never visit or have a reason to, and now they might. I wish I can tell you what the art pieces mean, but I have no idea. Unlike RM, I am not a super cultured person and I don't read as much as he does, so you'd have to do more research on that yourself. But what else was interesting when RM posted a photo of him at what looked like an outdoor thing, maybe associated with the foundation as well, or just a restaurant he went to in his time in Texas. Given that we don't know if the other members are in Texas too, it seems like it's just him. People are wondering who he might be with. Is it a date? Who is he spending his time with over there? I personally believe it's the people in the foundation, or maybe even his family and friends who decided to go over there with him. Or maybe even a cameraman that he hired to follow along so he could document the trip. It's so interesting to think that celebrities do a lot of stuff, obviously, but they also do very small, niche specific things like this, and it doesn't ever really get that much attention. Like, it doesn't get mainstream attention. I didn't see anyone or any news site really cover this, and it's such a great thing to be a part of. Let me know what you think. Let me know what your thoughts are. Leave it down in the comment section down below. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you're not already, and I'm featuring this comment right here. Thank you so much for leaving your comment. And as always, I do have a Patreon if you want to go over there and check that out. I have live videos over there that I can't really post on here. This is due to copyright or getting taken down, so I have to keep it over there on my Patreon. You can get videos over there like music video reactions, performance reactions, ship reactions. You can also recommend things you like to see over there. Currently, we do have over 400 videos that are already up on there that you have access to the moment you sign up. So if you're interested in checking that out as well as being a part of that community over there, make sure you go check it out. Link is in the top of the description down below. There's also a video over there that kind of goes over how you can support this channel even more if you would like to do that. That video's on the front page. With that said, there's two videos that will appear up on screen at the end of this video, so click on one of those. I'll see you there. Bye.